So in this video, I have brass, I have art, I have pottery, I have so many fun things to show you. Hi everyone, Andi here. I'm a vintage home decor reseller, and today I have a haul video for you. So if you watch my channel, you know first I take you shopping with me, I have a little thrift with me footage, and then I bring everything home and let you know what I'm gonna keep and what I'm gonna sell in my Etsy shop. So let's get thrifty. So now we're gonna get to the haul. I have so many fun things to show you. Most of the haul is for me, but I have a few pieces that my mom picked up. Yes, my mom likes to thrift for me, so I can't wait to show you her finds too. The first item I'm gonna show you is something that I pick up every time I see it, and you guys will be like, oh yeah, another brass tray, Andi. Yep, so I always find these when they're affordable. This was $5.99 and I had a coupon. I mean, I think that's one thing that is the theme of this haul is like, I happen to hit up Value Village or Savers, depending on where you are in the country, what it's called. And they just must have like blacked out and just was like, oh, we'll just put any price on it because $5.99 for this is not their typical pricing. So it was really good. This I thought was stunning because it was etched and it had this very ornate detail. So trays like this always sell well for me. They're extremely versatile, and the more like ornate they are, the better and quicker they sell usually. So had to pick this up. These are great, of course, for serving if you're having a party, you know, putting items on it on like a doily or napkins or other stuff. Obviously, that's the like most typical use for it, but a lot of times people are using these to corral items on like really large coffee tables, like your remotes and other knickknacks and stuff you want to keep organized. So yeah, these are extremely versatile, which I think is why they're always a really good seller. Okay, so more things that I thought were like very underpriced, which were amazing. And when you see the prices on this, you'll be like, oh my God. Is this a video from the 90s? Because the prices were really that good. So this was an original desert scape. It was only $2.49. I mean, $2.49, crazy, incredible. This pricing I haven't seen in a long time. So yeah, I just thought the colors on this were amazing. I love the frame, beautiful. Yeah, so this is gonna be really hard for me to part with because I love desert scapes. The desert is one of the things that I absolutely love. The desert landscape speaks to me. I love to go on vacation in desert landscapes. So yeah, I thought this was really beautiful. So this probably will be available in my Etsy shop, but it's gonna kill me to let it go. And the other painting that I got that same day, which also was very affordable, was this really beautiful like fall scene. It has like the mountain in the background and these beautiful trees. It's art assigned as well. And this was only $3.99 and then I had a coupon. The frame is very ornate and it has this really like nice textural element to it here. So yeah, this will be available in my Etsy shop too, but I just could not believe that I got both of these pictures for under $5 each, which is just incredible. So yeah, these will be available in my Etsy shop. So I'm always picking up books because I need them for styling. Actually, I had a really funny comment on Instagram recently. So obviously most of my comments and interactions and engagement on Instagram are good. Sometimes they're bad and sometimes they're just kind of snarky. So this comment was so funny because this person was just like, all you do is put things on books. which I thought was really funny because it's not untrue. I do use books a lot in my styling videos. So here's another book that I plan to put stuff on. So this I thought was very cool because I really like the tones. I also like the subject matter, which is kind of fun, like old Hollywood, but Bogey, I think that's how, yeah, Bogey. Yeah, Humphrey Bogart, so probably Bogey. But I really thought the colors were great and the texture. So I thought this was like a really nice book. It actually is just kind of fun book to read through in terms of like all the old Hollywood, but also a really beautiful book for styling. So it was $4.99. I would have had a coupon. So yeah, I'm picking up a ton of these types of books because when you're styling, you do need books. That is one of the main pillar elements. So yeah, I thought this was very cool, so I had to get it. Okay, so now on to some pottery moments. So the first one I'm going to show you is this Italian vase. So I thought this was so cool. It had an extremely hideous like faux plant in it. And I thought, that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, God, you know, the plant doesn't match kind of like the vase. And so lo and behold, it actually was two separate things that Goodwill decided to put together. But luckily I could see through that plant because I was like, you know, that kind of looks mid-century to me. And so of course I turned it over and it is definitely mid-century Italian pottery. So yeah, it's extremely textural, very cool. I love the red actually. I don't pick up a ton of red pieces, but I thought this was like, it's a really like a red orange, like a burnt orange color. So it's $4.99, which I thought was amazing. Italian pottery, something that people love to collect. So I always definitely like pick it up if I see it affordably. So yeah, I thought this was a very cool piece. So I had to bring it home and it will be available in my Etsy shop. Okay, so more pottery to show you. These were picked up by my mom. She knows to look out for Native American pottery because it sells really well for me. So I love these two pieces. This one is an Acoma piece. And it has like, actually has the original sticker on the bottom. So 33 bucks for this originally. And it has like the stamping on the bottom and the typical like, markings. So yeah, I thought this was really beautiful. I love that it's like a peachy tone. Oftentimes it's usually like the black and white or, black and white and like one other color. So I thought it was really nice to kind of find one that had slightly different tones. So this will be available in my Etsy shop. And then she also found this lovely gem. I love a black and white piece of pottery because it's just so eye-catching to me. And it just skews a little bit more modern versus like Southwest. And so I just thought it was beautiful. I don't know if I'm gonna sell this or not because it's just, you know, I just love black and white pottery. So I may have to keep this for my personal collection, but I thought this was beautiful. So it was $7.49, and then she had a coupon, which is a really good deal. I don't always find Native American pottery at thrift stores. Usually I find them at antique malls. So yeah, when she sent me a picture of this, she's like, do you want this? I'm like, 100% bring that home. Okay, so now I'm realizing actually a lot of this haul is from my mom. Okay, so the next pieces are your typical brass candle holders. I always pick these up and have my mom look for them for me. And when you can find like a set like this, it is amazing. So I usually pick up one-offs because I create sets, like eclectic sets, and then I sell in my Etsy shop. But I also like, if I can find a set, I usually grab those two, anything that has like more than two. So each of these were priced individually, which is very typical for Value Village or Savers. But I just thought, I love the different like heights. I thought they were beautiful. They're very teeny tiny necks. So that's one thing when you're shopping for vintage candle holders, pay attention to the actual like hole where you're putting the candles, because sometimes it can be smaller than what a normal taper is now. And then you need to find a taper that is smaller. So they're available online. It's just a little bit more work because you're gonna bring them home and you're gonna try to put a candle in it and you're realizing that it just doesn't fit. So you can shave them down, but usually I just recommend like measuring the hole and then just finding, you know, Googling. You know, and Amazon will have them, Etsy will have them, you know, a lot of places will have them. So anyways, yeah, so this set will be available in my Etsy shop. Okay, so another thing that sells really well for me all the time are these peg racks. I actually sold two on the same day the other day. So yeah, these are a hot ticket item. They don't have a huge margin. They usually sell for, I think I sell them for like 38 bucks. Yeah, people really love them. I think it's because they're just so versatile, and also because you can resize them to whatever, you know, width you need them to be, which is great. A lot of versatility. So if you decide to move it around your house, you don't have to worry. You can size it appropriately for the next space. So yeah, these are very popular. I really like this tone because it is that darker color. So yeah, but really any color of these cells, like the blonde to this color to ones that are really ornate. So yeah, I can't wait to get this listed in my Etsy shop because I know it's gonna sell fast. But yeah, anytime I see these peg racks, man, I always bring them home. So I've been finding a lot of Christmassy stuff lately. Usually you can find the best deals and the most interesting items after the holidays, because otherwise they're really picked over and they can be, like, the prices can be higher. So this is something that's been on my list to find for years. And I have never found one in the price range that I want. So finally it was my turn. So I got one of these really huge ceramic trees with the very cool like ornaments on it. And so yeah, this was 20 bucks and then I had 20% off coupon. So it was only $16, which I thought was great. So it's, it doesn't have like the stuff or like the actual contraption to light it up, but that's not a huge deal. I can definitely DIY that myself. But yeah, I thought it was very cool. It has very few missing pieces, just a couple on the back, which I can always turn it around and then it's perfect. So this will not be available in my Etsy shop because I have been looking for one of these forever. But you know, you just never know. And I always encourage people to like shop for holiday stuff, even though it's not holiday season, because like I've said, it's usually when you're gonna find the best stuff. The final two pieces are something my mom picked up. Now, this is definitely gonna be like a test for me because I've never picked up like things that are tatted. I think that's the, like the paper craft. I think that's what the technical term is. But she's like, what do you think of these? And you know, at first I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? I think like with the framing on them and the hunter with green especially being really popular right now, I thought, you know what, pick them up, I'll give them a try, especially when they're in pairs. You know, that can really appeal to people. People are very interested in like old world traditional decorating right now. And so I think that some of the younger generations will kind of like this because to them, like, it doesn't look as like maybe grandma's house. It actually looks kind of fresh and cool. So I thought these were really beautiful. I mean, the detail, like tatting is such an amazing skill to have. I can't even over that, but I thought these were really, really beautiful. And I just love the framing. So they were $7.99 each. My mom may have had a coupon, but I thought for a pair, not too bad. So these will be available in my Etsy shop as a test to kind of see how they do. But yeah, sometimes I pick up stuff like this, or I have my mom pick up stuff like this because it's just, you know, I have such an appreciation for people that have like these amazing craft skills. So yeah, so these will be available in my Etsy shop. Okay, so that's all I have to show you today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what items were your favorite. And if you're interested in decorating and thrifting content between my haul videos, make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok. I recently hit over 50,000 followers on Instagram. I was so excited about that. So yeah, it's definitely like a thrifting vintage party around there. So make sure you check me out. Thanks again for watching and I can't wait to see you in my next thrifting and decorating video. Take care.